Okay, for a couple of months now, I have been avoiding sitting down and watching K. Michelle's interview with Jason Lee after I saw those clips of her speaking highly on R. Kelly's dirty ass name. I say, Lord, I love K. Let me not say love, let me not get carried away. I like K. Michelle. I've always liked K. Michelle, and I was like, Lord, I would hate to see K. Michelle being a bird, pick me, hypocrite. And just, I would hate to see that in the year 2026. Like, cannot be the same K. Michelle that I seen go to bat on Love and Hip Hop and have beef with Rashida for a million years because of how Rashida was coming behind the fact that she have her own personal relationship with Memphis, Toya's then husband, Toya's now ex-husband, and K. Michelle's ex-man who used to abuse her. I would hate to see K. Michelle bird bitching out and being a hypocrite disappointing me in 2026 behind R. Kelly. But you know what? I say, you know what? I can finally watch it and we can watch it together. Y'all could get my live reaction as I watch this.
The only question I have for you with R. Kelly is, have you written him a letter? And if so,
no, you being shady.
Okay, you gave me the one line that has always stuck in an R. Kelly conversation that has yet to be answered. You said, what about all the mothers that was in the kitchen cooking? That question has yet to be answered.
Yes.
It's just such a dumbass sentiment that think like saying something, because it's like K. Michelle, and you can see it in this interview, I'm sure. K. Michelle thinks because she had a positive relationship with R. Kelly, that means she have a hard time believing that he was abusive. How is that? Like, under one breath, you want to be like, oh my God, he was a wonderful man to me. I never saw an abusive Rob. He was good to me. Oh, I love Rob. I have nothing but positive things to say about Rob. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, why aren't we also pointing fingers at the mothers and the other people that like allowed for him to be abusive? So which is it, bitch? Is it, oh, he was so wonderful and da-da-da, you like him so much, he ain't no abuser, you don't see that? Or is it, we should be pointing fingers at the other people? Like, be acting like that's some kind of gotcha, like, oh, the question we've yet to be answered. It's, I cannot express to you how annoying and stupid I find this. Like every time people try to do this, let's hold the parents and everybody else accountable for R. Kelly sexually abusing it. It doesn't make sense, because it's always done by people who are attempting to dismiss or mitigate the fact that he was abused in the first place. That's what don't make no sense. It'd be like, I like R. Kelly. R. Kelly, I don't even believe this. And R. Kelly was whatever. Like, they be acting like non-believers in one breath, and then they spin around and be like, well, what about the parents? What about the families? What about everybody else? And it's like, it's so obvious. It is the most blatant, shameless goalpost shifting I've ever seen. Also, it's just like the way it only seems to apply to R. Kelly, because lots of children are sexually abused, like lots of children, and not just by like singers or strangers out in the world, but like by family friends within their own. And that is a common thing. And it's a common thing within families, the point where families lie and cover it up for one another and don't call the police on their family and don't expect that they families. You see what I'm saying? It's like this idea that everybody who failed to protect you from an abuser is supposed to be being held criminally responsible, or we should be focused there and not on the abuser themselves, only seems to apply with R. Kelly. Because why are we acting like every day kids are not abused and this and that? We don't be like, oh, lock up their parents. Why aren't we talking about the parents? Why aren't we talking? It's like, it's like, what is the point? You're not saying this because you give a about making sure that everybody's accounted for and we round up everybody. You're saying it to like somehow shift the blame, like, oh, R. Kelly's not the problem for children and abusing women, that it's their parents' fault for letting him do it. And it's like, even if it is, even if you find some parents who knew something, was complicit, or was getting some kind of, but how does that change what R. Kelly is? This big stupid. Anyway, man, let me click play on this stupid shit before we be here all day.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Before we get deeper into the video, y'all know your girl has merch, right? That's right, the Allure Naughtyverse has merch, so you can rep your favorite channel. Whether you're an Allure Naughty Pop girl like myself, an Olay and chill enthusiast like my baby sister, an Olay and France stan like all my friends, or somebody who locks in for my 2-hour Illuminati productions, we've got something for you. We've got mugs, shirts, and hats. It's all very cute because Cartoon Me is adorable. Shout out to Tuner Victorique for being the man behind her. And to my pop watchers in particular, please know that you wore me down and I finally gave y'all a shoot me with your big gun merch that y'all kept begging for. Look how cute your shoot me with your big gun merch is. Oh my God, to be an Illuminati pop girly. I genuinely love my merch. Not just because it's mine, but because I ordered everything myself before showing it to y'all so that I could make sure the quality was good, because I can't have y'all spending y'all hard-earned money on garbage. Which is why I am pleased to report that I now have a cupboard full of the most beautiful glossy mugs and a drawer full of the comfiest Illuminati shirts. So if you've ever wanted to support the channel, rep your favorite corner of the Illuminati verse, or just walk around with my cartoon face on your chest like a true Illuminati fan, check out the merch store linked in the description below, or go to illuminati-shop.fourthwall.com, or use the QR code on screen to make sure you get your Illuminati merch today. That's illuminati-shop.fourthwall.com, or click the link in the description, or use the QR code on screen to run me your money today. Now let's get back to the video.
If it wasn't for Robert Kelly, I would not know the business. I would not understand the skills of songwriting. I think it's a real deep dive. I think it is mothers, and people should be held accountable.
So the only thing she has to say, they bring this up and she goes, why the mothers aren't being held accountable. not the abusing, right? She ain't got nothing to say about him. She doesn't acknowledge that he's an abuser. She goes, the one thing I'm gonna say about him is I wouldn't have a career without him. If it wasn't for R. Kelly, I wouldn't know anything. But the mothers should be held accountable. I do believe that. So all of a sudden, she can say in no uncertain terms that the mothers need to be held accountable. But where are these words when it comes to R. Kelly? Where are the words? Where are the words? The word she has is, what I can say, what I will say is that I would be nothing without R. Kelly. And then the mothers need to be held accountable. I can say, I think, what the bitch? Do you see like what it is to be like K. Michelle? Like, it's crazy because I genuinely feel like I've watched K. Michelle on TV give up. Like, I saw her interview with Cam Newton the other day, and that's also what confirmed to me that I didn't want to see this shit. I was like, the bird bitchery that I was seeing on the Cam Newton show was blowing me, and her talking about a relationship and all is cheating, let them do this, and as long as her husband, he could cheat on her, but at least don't pay a bitch bills and all this silly shit. And I was just like, you're literally witnessing what it looks like when women who put a shit ton of stock in having a man and a husband and men's validation and stuff give up. That's what you're looking at. K. Michelle's insecurity and her desire to be chosen is like dripping off of every word that comes out her mouth, designed to pander to men who don't give a if she live or die. Cause ain't that something? R. Kelly, we talking about a grown man abusing children, who's in prison for his litany of crimes against women. She can't call him an abuser. She can't say he deserved that. She can't talk about him deserving accountability. No. But she can say in no uncertain terms that the mothers did. Not even the parents, the mothers. You notice that? She didn't say the parents. The mothers should be held responsible. Ain't that's what the bitch saying? Let's run it back.
Mothers and people should be held accountable.
Mothers.
That is misogyny.
Mothers. Not fathers, not parents. Mothers should be held accountable. R. Kelly people, R. Kelly abusing people, the mothers should be held accountable for. It's so crazy, like, it's so crazy to just watch somebody like really become a stupid bitch. Like I really, it's incredible. It's incredible. Because as I was listening to the irony of her talking about, oh, the mothers is like, K. Michelle is the mother to a son who I was thinking about this when I was listening to her spew a bunch of nonsense on Cam Newton. And it wasn't just there on that show, because I saw her before she was on the Cam Newton show talking about her piece of shit marriage that she's in. She was on Marriage Celebrity Boot Camp when she was in the piece of shit relationship with the man that she's now in a piece of shit marriage too. And I'm just like, watching a woman be so desperate behind any it's just to have anybody, some random dentist, nobody treating her bad, don't like her, find her annoying, XYZ, and you bending yourself, you contorting yourself into pretzels trying to figure out any which way to have a man. You talking about, you clearly lost all kind of faith. All they will do is cheat, all they will do is this, all they will yada yada yada. So all you want from this man, all you could expect from him is please don't like spend money on women and whatever the like you. When you show me that that's how you operating as a woman at your big age, is you start spewing things and saying things and doing whatever you think it takes to like get any kind of male companionship, that tells me that you ain't focused on nonsense. But like, you can't be putting the energy that's required into being a mother. Can't be. and like, or be in any kind of sense. Because like, what are you teaching your son? Think about it. And I don't mean this like, understand what I'm saying. Like, this is a very serious thing what I'm saying. If you are at a place where what you think of men, how you conduct yourself in your own romantic relationships, what you're accepting from the man in your life and at home or whatever, is that like, this man treats you bad and won't be faithful to you and won't honor you and won't do right by you and won't whatever you, but you want to be with him so bad that you just accept like, oh, this is what men are. Men just aren't shit. And I just have to have the most bare minimum requirements and do whatever I can. I'll try to have threesomes. I'll invite whatever. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll let him do whatever. He could cheat. He could whatever. If that's what you thinking about men, if that's the standard you even come to like accept for yourself in your life, what could you possibly be teaching your son about what a man's supposed to be, how a man's supposed to be, what he's supposed to do? What standards could you have for your child? What could you teach him? What could you instill? Like, I'm so like embarrassed to K. Michelle, man. I like,
are you not embarrassed?
This shit is embarrassing, and it's just like, what the are you doing this for? It's like, do you think men are gonna comment on your clip and then say, yeah, I wish more women were like K. Michelle. Like, K. Michelle is the one. Like, oh my God, to want to be picked.
Pick me, choose me, love me.
Because what is this? Like R. Kelly? What do you gain? What do you gain materially by dick riding and caping for R. Kelly in 2026? To be in the good graces of incels?
Should Sparkle go to prison?
Absolutely.
She ain't called, should Sparkle go to prison? Should this one go to this? But you obviously don't think R. Kelly should be there.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Okay.
You know what? I don't know in detail what Sparkle gave out and that. Like, there's things that I know, but I didn't witness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You hear things, but you didn't.
So there's things that you know that you didn't witness that make you think Sparkle should be in prison, but not R. Kelly? You know, if y'all are alleging that Sparkle is complicit in R. Kelly and abusing her 14-year-old niece, if you think you know anything that would make you think that Sparkle is complicit in something that R. Kelly did that makes her deserving of being in prison, does that not make R. Kelly? What does that make R. Kelly? What did R. Kelly do?
Say it out loud.
How do you know? How do you act like, oh, the only Rob I knew was a good Rob. I don't know an abusive Rob. I only know a good Rob. Rob is the reason Rob gave me my career. So you don't know an abusive Rob. You don't know of an abusive Rob, but you do know that Sparkle, you know things that confirm to you that Sparkle should be in prison. You don't know of an abusive Rob, but you know of a Sparkle that deserves to be in prison for the thing she's complicit in doing with Rob.
You're a fucking idiot.
For the thing she's complicit in allowing Rob to do that apparently you don't know about because you don't know that Rob. Does it make sense? Does it make sense?
You feel like people should go to jail, but you didn't witness those things. So for me, I can't crucify nobody in that. From what I hear, okay, men are different with different women. And I consistently say that. From my abuse, the man that I witnessed is different from the man that this person dealt with. I saw this whole blog that was saying that he beat me up so bad and that I took that and no, Rob didn't hit me. I didn't go through an abusive Rob. My truth with Robert Sylvester Kelly, and I even spoke with Lifetime about this because I didn't want to be on Surviving R. Kelly because my point of view was different. If you're going to present a person and a cultural icon, even in their, wrong, you still have to present all forms.
Even in there, you see how she stuttering around? So Sparkle and them, she can say definitively that the mothers need to be in prison. Sparkle needs to be in prison. But when it comes to Robert Sylvester Kelly, a cultural icon, even in their what is the word that I would use to describe? Wrong. In their wrong. There still need to be prison. You see the shit? They have an obligation in a documentary about exposing his abuse. She believed they have an obligation to make sure that he's represented well. Ain't that something? You hear this dummy hoe?
Like, if you're going to talk about Diddy, if you're going to talk about every man, we're going to talk about Dr. Dre. If you're going to talk about it, talk about it. Robert Kelly, his thing never with me was any type of abuse or anything like that.
It's funny, like, if you're going to talk about any kind of icon, Robert Kelly, Diddy, Dr. Dre, it's funny how, like, she's like, let me gather prominent abusers, but, like, let's not use any of those words or, like see what we're discussing. Like, when you're going to discuss an icon, like, she's just going to infer. Do you see what I'm saying? She has so many certain explicit words. She's so certain about the lashing she want to get at bitches. But when she gets to these as she brings up men who are documented, proven abusers. When you want to talk about icons, you gotta, make sure, it's not just like a negative.
I might have loved him, but he didn't see me as nothing more as motivation for writing.
Do you see how women, what it means to have no self-respect? You were sleeping with a man, you loved him, and he didn't see you as nothing more than motivation for writing. But here you are, years after this man has been in prison for numerous physical and sexual abuse crimes against men and women, children and adults. That's when you voluntarily want to make sure that we know that Robert Sylvester Kelly gave you your career and you'd be nothing without him, and you only know a good Rob, and he's an icon at Beach Bowl. You was a stupid bitch, eh?
Electric chair.
You think R. Kelly would spit on you if he was on fire, dummy? My God. My
he respected my writing. I wasn't the woman he wanted, even though I wanted him.
Did you?
I did. I thought he was the most genius of creatures. When things go down, Robert is absolutely, completely wrong in the things. But those people around him never correct
in the things. Robert is absolutely wrong in the things. You know what I'm saying? In the things. But those people around him never corrected him. What the f are you? It is not no bitch. What the f? This is an adult. Robert Kelly Olay and her. What are we talking about? The people around him didn't correct him. He's a criminal. He's not a child misbehaving. He's an abuser and a criminal and a. You mean those people around him didn't correct him? What do you mean? What does that mean? What do those things have to do with each other? Robert is absolutely 100% wrong in the things, but those people around him didn't correct him. What does that matter? What does that have anything to do with why? They all they could do is fucking obfuscate and constantly goalpost shift to somebody else. I can't even I'm disgusted, man.
Disgusting.
Oh my God. As a gal who used to download K. Michelle music on LimeWire and thing in high school, I'm disgusted.
That's not an excuse, Jason, because I'm a woman advocate. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get in there for a woman. If you tell me a man did something to you, okay, we ride it down.
Is Drea Kelly a victim?
Who?
Drea Kelly.
Absolutely not.
The fact that these I'm a ride there for women. I'm a ride there for women. If you tell me a woman did something for you, I'm a get in there or whatever. And then immediately after, a man asked you. The fact alone that they're even presenting it like it's a question, is Drea Kelly a victim? You can't be a woman's advocate and even allow, or even a DV survivor advocate to even allow a question like that to be asked, let alone to then answer it. Absolutely not. You stupid bitch. Drea Kelly. Jesus Christ. Drea Kelly is factually an abuse victim. Oh my God. What are we talking about? It's so crazy to me, this culture of and it's so crazy to me to see K. Michelle participate in that, because I have seen people pick apart Drea Kelly. Oh, she kept his last name. Oh, she this. Oh, she whatever. Oh, she stayed with him. Oh, he did this or whatever. Oh, all this grace that can't be had for this woman, that we already heard this story. This woman was getting the shit beat out of her, was getting locked up, and now it's all kind of other people that done tell you about it. The children and all. She doesn't have adult children that can tell you the shit happened. And it's you want to scrutinize her and decide, oh, she's weird, oh, she's this, all these different reasons why they don't want to sympathize with her, why you don't want to believe her, why she's not a good enough victim for you. And it's interesting to me because K. Michelle is exactly the kind of bitch that do that to. How many times have people decided because K. Michelle is confrontational, she boisterous, she this, she that, she whatever, they don't believe that she was a victim. They don't believe that Memphis was beating on her. She was probably attacking him. She was da-da-da-da. Absolutely not. You screw your mouth up. You twist your mouth up. Right seconds after saying you was a woman's advocate, you twist your mouth up at the concept of the ex-wife of this man that you was sleeping with. You have your mouth twist up at the concept of her being considered a victim. And what you know that from? You who's sitting there heaping praise on her ex-husband that was an abuser, that didn't love you. By your own admission, you loved him, he didn't love you. As you sitting there heaping praise on him, you feel confident saying his ex-wife was not a victim. And why you feel confident of that? Where did you get your impression of his ex-wife? Could it be from him? Where's the information that you know that makes you so sure of whether or not she's a victim? Where'd you learn it from? Your close interpersonal relationship with the man who was abusing her? I go spit. I hope this shit ends soon.
But that's not for me to say, right? But that's how I can feel.
But that's not for me to say. But you just said it. You just said it. You said absolutely not. But that's like if you could have.
Oh my God, bro.
I'm so disgusted.
Do feel?
Yeah.
You wanted snow.
Can we do feel?
And he had a whole team come bring you snow. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean? You wanted snow and he had a whole team come bring you snow. So because you've seen him, this is what I'm saying about I'm telling you, K. Michelle is the epitome of a woman who has been mistreated by men and has been devalued by men. And because they never do nothing for her, including the same R. Kelly she talking about didn't love her, whatever, you just see you as a muse, somebody like you're writing, you inspire him to write. Because he wouldn't bring her snow, she looking at his wife get something and deciding that because you getting that thing I don't get, I see you being treated better than me or whatever, and he ain't abusing me, I don't believe he abusing you. You see how stupid bitches? Like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? You think men who are abusive to women or men who mistreat women never do anything for them? You think that's what you think? You think that men who financially exploit women, who physically abuse women, who emotionally and sexually abuse women, you think those men don't do anything in order to condition? It's so crazy to me because like K. Michelle is saying this like, I don't know, she was signed to Memphis. Memphis was doing shit for her, buying shit for her, paying shit for her, getting a studio, and he was an abuser. So I don't really understand what does she mean. She wanted snow and he gave her snow. What does that mean?
What I don't like, for someone like
She
me,
knew what she was getting into.
I'm not putting it on her.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. I am forever going to be a woman's advocate.
Oh my
You
God.
just said I'm forever going to be a woman's advocate. I'm not putting it on her, but you done said that she was absolutely not a victim. She wanted snow. He gave her snow. Oh, I'm a woman's advocate. I'm absolutely not putting that on her. Hey, Michelle must be on crack, you know. I've been looking at her like, I want to believe. And beautiful woman. And one thing with me, I ain't no hater. You ain't gonna see me now just because she acting like a stupid bitch up here. I pretend like she don't look good or the work she's had, whatever. K. Michelle is a beautiful woman.
Great gowns, beautiful gowns.
But I choose to believe she must be on drugs. And the thing is, you know what, I saying that, but I know that's not true. I know that she's just a bird. I know that she's just a bird. She's just a bird.
Always going to be a real person.
Right.
And when it comes to women be hopping in things, even me, be hopping into things for things. And when they get everything, then they like, oh, this everything is too much.
That is, I want to put her under a rock. You be jumping in things because you wanted to be with this man. Oh my God, this is literally, I'm telling you, this is the epitome of just internalized, like when women are a pick me. It's just literally a pick me. Like not even, like I'm not throwing that around with, this is literally what it is. Like quite literally pandering to whatever you think who hate women want to hear. Like, oh, women, you want to be with this man because he's famous and he has money and he's this, and then when you get everything, oh, you don't want it. Like, oh, you're implying, first of all, the misogyny, and you're implying that, oh, these women only want to be with these like only because of what they have and who they are and status and whatever. And that because it's somehow, no, you're not only implying that, you're inherently implying a level of gold diggery, but that because these women want to be the beneficiaries of the positive aspects of their life, it is somehow a problem for them to then have a problem with being abused after the fact. Like, oh, you wanted his fame and his riches, but you didn't want to get beat on and that seems ridiculous on your part. Bitch, what is she saying? Oh, like, she knew this was an abuser and she wanted to be with him anyway, and so because there was benefits in it, so she's deserving of what happened. She shouldn't complain that she's being abused. Like, what is she talking about? And it's also like not even true or like based in fact and reality, like of how Drea Kelly and R. Kelly's relationship started. Them people been together so long. Like, y'all was like, I think she was this dancer. Like, they're like, what? Where's she coming up with? She talking like this girl is a groupie who was waiting outside his hotel room to bag him or something after the try.
When I started to deal with R. Kelly, I had never heard anything bad about Robert Kelly.
You see how this bitch is lying? You see what I hate about a liar? A liar. And I hate a liar who's like going out of their way to present, like, can I just be honest? While they lied. When she started dealing with R. Kelly, she had never heard anything bad about R. Kelly. That's what K. Michelle, okay, let's K. Michelle. K. Michelle met R. Kelly in 2009 after she signed to Jive Records. K. Michelle, an American, a black person, she said she had never heard anything bad about R. Kelly when she met him in 2009.
Why the fuck you lying?
K. Michelle, in 2009, when K. Michelle met R. Kelly, she was 27 years old. In 2009, when she met R. Kelly, and she's gonna tell us she had never heard anything bad about R. Kelly. I was in the 2nd grade in the Bahamas. Watching the Ignition remix music video while my mother tell me that R. Kelly was married to Aaliyah when she was 15. No, we got a more cultural effort. This is foolishness. What a lying bitch. Look here. Dave Chappelle put out the I Wanna Piss on You parody mock music video of R. Kelly in 2003 on the Chappelle Show. A cultural phenomenon that went so viral, the children in my computer class in the Bahamas were singing it. We're not done. The R. Kelly episode of the Boondocks titled The Trial of Robert Kelly, which is based on the cultural phenomenon that was the Black community's response to the R. Kelly trials for a 14-year-old girl, which was disseminated on video throughout the Black community, throughout the world. Not just America, the world. And K. Michelle is gonna tell us that when she met R. Kelly in 2009, at 27 years old, she didn't know anything bad about Robert Kelly. She'd never heard anything bad about Robert Kelly. I'm gonna strike her down right now. Would you, girl, what? This a dirty lying bitch. Look at her. Look how she lied. Look here. From now on, this screenshot, when I show you this, just know I'm lying my ass off.
Honestly, had not heard anything bad. That's how old I am. So maybe I'm telling my age. I hadn't heard it.
That's how old I am? That doesn't make sense. Being old, that's how you know. What the does that mean? That's how old you is? You was 27. What? That's how old what that mean? Like only the young girls knew about R. Kelly? What you trying? What you saying? What was this?
Anything bad about Robert Kelly. I just knew he was a musical genius.
And you can't take that away from him.
No, I learned everything about how I am with writing and music.
So you knew he was a musical genius, but you just like missed the trials, okay?
Can't nobody take that from me and tell me to say nothing about what I didn't go through. I'm not Carisha. I love Carisha. No. She'll tell you. I check on her. No. Okay. I love her.
Okay.
When I'm saying I'm not Carisha, I'm not how the world do Carisha.
Yes.
You don't know what that woman went through with that man.
Right.
Y'all beating up on that girl. I don't know.
But they also beat up on her for being with somebody that went through something with somebody else before she was even there,
and that
she
my
wasn't even a part of.
I don't know.
What are they saying? Went through some. I'm gonna kill these people.
This time, I'm really gonna do it.
What is Jason Lee? They're also saying that because for being with somebody who went through something else with somebody, he didn't go through anything with Cassie. He Cassie through something. He put his foot through her head. The do y'all mean went through? How are they trying to rephrase this beating, sex trafficking, and pimping and drugging this girl? They ganging up on her for being with somebody who went through something with somebody else. They ganging up on her for caping for an abuser. Now, granted, I think there's a lot of nuance that needs to be had with the Carisha conversation in terms of people recognizing the high probability that Carisha herself is a victim and can't speak freely and blah, 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 based on everything we've learned on how Diddy has conducted these relationships. So I do think there's some grace to be had with how people kick her back in. But what the are these goofy apologists talking about? Oh my God, man. I like, K. Michelle couldn't...
I don't know anything.
Yup.
What I can relate to her in is the comments and things that I get about Rob, or as if that was something that I sat there and went through. What I did say to you in that interview was, if I talk, everybody going to jail.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I did.
But
if I talk, everybody going to jail.
But why hasn't anybody answered the other question when you said there were mothers in the kitchen cooking? I will never
Because there
forget
were
that.
mothers in the kitchen cooking.
So if I talk, I don't know anything. I only know a good Rob. I don't know anything about abusive Rob. I don't know anything about that. But also, if I talk, everybody going to jail. I don't know anything but a good Rob. I don't know anything but an abusive Rob. I don't know anything about that. But I don't know anything about his abuse. But I know that mothers were complicit in that abuse and they need to go to prison. And it's something, y'all can't make me speak on an abusive Rob because I never experienced that. I don't know anything about an abusive Rob. But somehow she seemingly just knows all these women were complicit and all deserve to go to prison. It's a stupid bitch, yeah? It's a stupid motherfucking bitch, yeah? I hope you continue trying to make country music happen. That's what I pray for you. I pray for you. You keep on. You keep on keeping on. Yeah, you stupid ass bitch. This a dummy. Look how dumb. I honestly, I can't even listen to no more. I cannot even listen to no more because I just know they ready to. Okay, Michelle, this is disgusting, man. If you enjoyed the video you just watched, congratulations! You've officially wandered into the Illuminati-verse. Now, before you get overwhelmed, let me explain where exactly you've landed, because apparently one YouTube channel was not enough for me. If you're looking for my biggest productions, the kinds of videos that require me to disappear into a cave for 6 weeks and emerge with an existential crisis, subscribe to Illuminati, my flagship channel, where you'll find my magnum opuses like If Pretty is a Privilege, Ugly is a Curse, How This Didn't Age Well Destroyed Media Literacy, How Men Become Aziz Ansari, Why Serial Killers Aren't Monsters, and so much more. If you're here because you love television, movies, and hearing me explain why everybody misunderstood your favorite character, subscribe to Illuminati Pop, my TV and film essay channel. That's where you'll find fun deep dives on How I Met Your Mother, Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives, You, Euphoria, Insecure, Girlfriends, and more. And if you'd like to watch my videos uncensored, get early access, and support the channel directly, just join the Illuminati Pop Patreon. If you are looking for chaos and a good time, subscribe to Olay and Chill, where I unpack reality TV, TikTok drama, documentaries, chaos in internet, and whatever nonsense the internet has cooked up this week. If you'd like to watch me and some of my favorite Black creators and thinkers come together to discuss the culture, subscribe to Olay and Friends. If you're looking for shorter commentary on whatever the internet is currently spiraling about or whatever's on my mind, subscribe to Illuminati Bites. If you want to watch me and my bitch Kenny JD laugh, overshare, talk a little shit, and unpack the messiness of life, love, and the internet, and whatever foolishness we watching, subscribe to Olay and Kenny. If politics is more your thing and where you know me from, subscribe to Illuminati Politics for my State of the Union-like addresses on O Squared. And if music is your thing and you want to hear what I think about the latest albums and what I'm getting into, subscribe to Illuminati Extras. Subscribe to whichever corners of the Illuminati-verse speak to you, or subscribe to all of them and become a full-time resident. And while you're at it, you can follow me everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Twitter at Illuminati. You can also follow Illuminati Pop and Olay and Chill and Olay and Friends on social media so you never miss a thing. Welcome again to the Illuminati-verse. Now go look around a little bit, make yourself at home.